Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I pray that you all are having a blessed week. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This week has just been a blessing to me. Just yesterday was National Day of Prayer, and being out in the park, being outside was just nice, refreshing. Also, I've completed several tasks on my list, some major projects, some videos that I've been working on are finished. So I'm having a great week. And speaking of great weeks, it's funny, I did not intend this to work this way, but today, we are talking about celebrating small victories in our lives. There are so many things we we achieve, our accomplishments, and we always think of those big victories where we get like a promotion at work or we win an award or something like that, and we celebrate. We go out and celebrate these accomplishments, but we need to be mindful of this, that we celebrate the small victories as well, because often what will happen is we have small victories every day of our life, but we don't celebrate them. We don't reflect on them. And so, what I am actually in the process of doing is celebrating my victories, because I've been thinking, you know what, I haven't had any victories. I haven't had any successes. I haven't had any projects. And so, with talking with some friends, it's like, wait a second, let's take a look at these, what you're doing. And I was like, okay. So what I have decided to do is I am actually going to I ordered from Amazon it is a whiteboard, not just a regular whiteboard, but it's a whiteboard in the form of a sheet. So it's like a roll on, like a peel and stick. And so I am going to put that right over there next to my desk, and I'm going to start annotating my victories. That way, when I'm feeling a little bit down, I can look over and say, you know what, I just had this victory. So I want to talk to about celebrating small victories and the reasons why you should celebrate um, small victories. And the first reason is this: your energy level. So if you think about this, you're having low energy, and a small victory can help boost your energy. It can help get you back on track. You may be feeling a little sluggish. You got some things to do and your energy level is low, but you can go ahead and you can celebrate those small victories that you may have. Some things that are very small, but you can help they can help get you out of a slump or something in the morning. Is, you wake up, you make your bed. That's a victory. You wake up, well, first you wake up, you give God some glory, so you celebrate that. Also, you make your bed, and then you get up, you take the trash out, you might check your email, you might do this, or those small things you can count as victories. Now, as we're talking about, these are very small, minute things. However, they have the ability to give you sometimes just enough energy boost to get you out of where you are. And so you think about this. I know for me, we have a long driveway, and taking the trash out is a chore because we have to walk all the way down. It's a hill too. You got to walk all the way down the driveway, take the cans down there, and then you got to walk back up. Then once the trash truck comes, you got to go all the way back down and get them and bring them up. And speaking of that, I didn't take the trash out today. And so that can be counted. I know for me, that can be counted as a small victory because, trash starts to pile up, and sooner or later you get to a point where you can't put anything else in the trash can. But I can count that as a victory. The fact that I walked down there and took the trash out. Some other small victories you can put, like if you go for a walk or you exercise in the morning, that's so vital. Whatever you do in the morning that's positive, count it as a victory. If you go for a walk, I know that I have recently begun walking again, and I count that as a victory because I get home, I look at how many steps, I'm excited because I have a goal. Which reminds me that yesterday I walked just a little farther than usual, and usually my walk is about 5,000 steps right now. And somehow my phone registered that I walked 15,000 steps. I'm like, wait, no, that's not accurate. But anyway, count those small victories because they can help you get out of ruts. You went walking this morning. Hey, count that as a victory. So it's going to increase your energy levels. Next thing, personal professional growth. When you think about small victories, we all should have long and short term goals. And in the process of us getting to those goals, there are milestones along the way. There should be steps along the way that you are trying to get to. Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm not able to see who exactly that you are, but thank you for coming on and watching and saying good morning. So you have long and short-term goals, and there should be steps along the way that get you there. So after you achieve each step in the process, that's a small victory. Take the time to celebrate it, because if you don't, you might get discouraged because you're looking at this uphill battle that you're trying to get to. You're trying to get to this level of success here or to your goal, and it may be so far away that you keep getting frustrated, you keep getting discouraged because you're looking at it's way in the future. But you have to count those small victories, because they're going to help keep you motivated, help keep you on track. So count those small victories in achieving your long and short-term goals. Also, we're talking about I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a sec. Celebrating small victories. Also, part of that is self-love. You're celebrating yourself. You're celebrating that God has enabled you to accomplish a task, or you've gotten something done. And so that's self-love there. And as I was looking for some information on this topic, I came across this it's called a SelfLove Languages chart. And I'm going to post it on my Facebook page. And so, hey, ma'am, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. So I found this self-love languages, because we've all heard of love languages, but this is a self-love languages chart. And I'm going to post this on my Facebook page because it's so interesting, because it breaks it down into the 5 quadrants of what your love language is, like physical touch, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and words of affirmation. And then it goes a step further, because what it does is it breaks down what you can do for self-love according to your love language. Oh my goodness, that is so amazing. I love that. So for example, we'll go through one real quick. Physical touch, things that make you, and the self-care that you do, or self-love, is things that make your body feel good and focus on your physical well-being. And some examples they gave is massages. So if your love language is physical touch, then your self-care is massages. Also, soft blankets, body movement, spa days, skin care, long showers. I thought this was very interesting. I'm going to post this because to me, that's very powerful. Because if you are someone who, let's just go through another one. Acts of service, doing things for yourself that make life easier for you. So acts of service would be therapy, cleaning, delegating, organizing, scheduling, planners. I think this is so important because you are catering to your own love language, which is amazing. So you're not doing something self-care. Like, for example, if your love language is physical touch, you're not doing something over there in the receiving gifts portion when you are, say, journaling or something like that. Or journaling was in a different one. Yeah, journaling. Words of affirmation is journaling. So that's you. That's so me. That's so me. Amen. So I'm going to post this because this is very, very important. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm kind of stumbling over my words here, but I'm just so fascinated by this chart because it's very accurate. And I like the fact that someone took the time to create this, because now I can look at my own love languages and say, oh, okay, this is what I need to do instead of doing these other things. Because my love language, my main love language is words of affirmation. And it says, giving yourself pep talks and encouraging words, positive self-talk, daily affirmations, journaling, and self-improvement. Wow, that's weird because that's so me. So I'm going to post this because when you see this, this is going to be amazing. But anyway, getting back to counting your victory. So also, counting your small victories, celebrating your small victories is about happiness as well. We all want to be happy. We all want to live a peaceful life. Well, reducing stress is something that we should always be mindful of. And if we're counting those small victories, it's going to reduce stress because you're not going to have so much anxiety building up because you haven't necessarily arrived at where you're supposed to be, but you can see the progress. It's almost just like weight loss. You have a goal of, hey, I'm going to lose 15 pounds. Well, you don't just go to the gym one time and you're like, okay, I'll lose 50 pounds or I'm I'm going to lose 15 pounds. And if I don't, then you just quit. We can't have that mindset. But you go to the gym, you get a good workout on, and then you come home and say you step on the scale and you're like, oh, I didn't lose any weight. But the small victory is the fact that you put on your shoes this morning, you got in the car, you drove to the gym, you actually exercised, you worked out, you worked up a sweat. But that is a victory in itself and an accomplishment because you actually did it. You're one step closer to your goal than you were earlier in the day or even yesterday. So we have to count those small victories. It's just like if you're on a diet and you're watching what you eat, that one meal at a time is all it takes. If you're trying to quit something, you have a bad habit, you're trying to quit, it's all about those one day at a time. You can go back and say, it's been 2 days since I've eaten any cookies, or 2 days since I've just binge watched a new show on Netflix or something like that. But count those small victories, because those small victories are going to add up. And what I encourage you to do, like I'm going to do, as soon as I get my my new whiteboard peeling stick that's going to go on my wall, I'm going to take a picture so you all can see. But I encourage you all to write down those small victories, because when you're feeling down, when you're feeling unmotivated, you can look over, you can look at your list and say, you know what, this is what I have accomplished today. This is what I've accomplished this week. And it will give you some encouragement and some motivation to go the next step, go the next level. So thank you all for watching. Ms. Thomas, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I pray that you all are having a blessed week. I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day, that this is Friday. You wrap up everything that's going on. Make sure your to-do list, everything is done. You're moving on. You're getting ready for the weekend. You're getting ready for some self-care, some self-love. And I am going to post this chart on my Facebook page. I'm going to put it on my personal page, as well as All About One with Lee Mooring. And so once again, thank you all for watching. I pray that you all have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us this morning. Don't forget to like and to share. And we always love your comments. Thank you again. And we will talk to you soon. Have a blessed weekend. Take care and God bless.